Man, well, listen, everybody who's watching, please like this video, share this video, tag a man, because that's where we're at or pointing to today. I have my awesome brother from another mother, Reggie Pace, with me here. He is the fifth Empower You speaker for the men's conference, the Men's Empower You conference. Men, if you haven't got your ticket, please lock in. If you need assistance with the ticket, please let me know. We have people who have sponsored tickets to our event who are not able to make it, but those who just want to sew into this event because they know that it's going to be impactful and they want to see as many men as I do change, transform, made even better, right? Because I believe everything starts and begins with the man. And so I want as many people there as possible. So please lock in. I would say you have about a week left as far as for the discounted price, but then it's going to go up. So please take advantage of this. But it's not about that right now. It's about getting you to know about my good friend and brother Reggie Pace.
Yeah.
Woo! So Reggie, man, this is just like I said, we're just gonna flow. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
So me, man, I grew up in a household that was an entrepreneurial household, right? So my
Yeah.
parents were originally from a small place called Laurel, Mississippi, and that's actually where my older brother and sister were born. And
Okay.
then I have an older brother, Gabe, and myself, who were born here in Ohio. But by the
Okay.
time I was born in 1978, my dad had already become a Wendy's franchise owner. He was the first African American Wendy's franchise owner in the company. And
Wait,
so
wait,
when
wait, 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 wait,
yeah,
wait. What?
yeah,
Wendy's.
man, it's a big story, man. So I'm like writing
Okay.
that story and interviewing him now. He worked directly with Dave Thomas, and they flew across the country helping franchisees and franchisors get those
Wow.
established. And then he was allowed to buy his own.
Wow.
And
Okay.
so
That's
he built the one on Fifth and Nelson. That was his store. He built that, and he had four other stores here in Columbus. And nobody really knows that story, man. Like except for like
wow.
people who are close to the family. And
Wow. That's beautiful.
so that's like what I grew up in. Like by the time I was born, and by the time I was old enough to ask questions and sit with dad and inquire about things, all we talked about was business.
Yeah.
Like he's a businessman, like the closest thing to a natural born businessman you can find.
That's
So
what's
all of
up.
our bedtime stories were about business. You know what I mean? Like I would ask him like how was bubble gum made, and he would like take me through the manufacturing process all the way through the
See?
pricing. You know what I mean? Like that was just it. And so when I was old enough to, my grandfather asked me, what I wanted to be when I grew up. I was like 6 years old, and I'm like, I want to build hotels. That was my mind was just around business.
See?
That's where it was. And I think at the age of 9, Kenston, I made my first sale, official sale.
Wow.
I I had a bunch. I had an extensive uh, transformer collection. Right, I had transformers, and I laid them out. I would display them all over the fireplace mantle and below the fireplace. Like it was a big deal to me. I had them all set out there, and it was extensive. And when I was 9, I kind of started to outgrow them a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And Voltron, this thing called Voltron came out, and they had this 3-foot electronic motorized Voltron that I wanted, but it was super expensive. It was $99.
Yeah.
So I go to my dad. I'm like, Dad, I want this Voltron. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. He looks at the price. He's like, absolutely not, right? So, I didn't understand, the value of a dollar back then. So, but instinctively, I just wanted to make an offer to him. So I said, well, I'll tell you what, if I can come up with half of the money, would you be willing to buy it for me? And I guess he was just curious because he agreed. He said, yeah, sure. You can come up with half. I'll pay the other half. So I committed first. And I figured it out later. I had no idea how I was going to do this. So I decided the only thing that I really own are these transformers. So I figured if I could sell them for $5 a piece, and I could sell 10 of them, boom, I got half my money right there. I went out
Yeah.
that weekend and made my first sale, my first business transactions, and that's when I learned, man, with a good idea and a good amount of effort and a good offer, you can get just about anything you want. And that's kind
Yeah.
of like my upbringing was just like that. You know, between business and just sports, that's been ingrained in me for, you know, my entire life, you know.
Yeah. It's good. That's good. That's good. So, so folks, if you're just now getting on, please like this video, tag a man, because this is about men and about getting ready for this men's empowerment conference. Listen, we want your brothers, your spouses, your husbands, and your uncles. We want them all there. Everybody who is striving to be a better man, we need them at the conference. So please tag them. Please share this video with them, because we in Central Ohio are about to do some damage, some good damage in our communities, in our churches, in our homes by becoming even better, effective men. And so I have my good friend Reggie Pace on here, who is awesome in leadership, and he's awesome in the comedian world. And I'm so honored and blessed that he is going to be a part of this event. It's going to be amazing. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Let me I'm gonna read your the topic that you have that you're specifically gonna be talking about,
Okay.
and then this is just whatever you want to say after I read it. You know, it's up to you. You don't have to give too many nuggets, but you can give them one, maybe one. We'll see. We'll see. So
Okay.
Reggie's topic is called "Walking Through Fire, Smell Like Victory." So walking through fire and smelling like victory. So just a little blurb. Unless commitment is made, there are only empty promises and hopes with no plans. The flames from our circumstances may seem detrimental at first glance. However, as we walk through fire, we also realize that if we shift our outlook, maybe we can reason that is was just a prerequisite for an extraordinary life. What that is rooted in consecutive wins and smells like victory. Ugh.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
I mean, what do you want to add? What do you want to add?
So, man, you know, the theme of the conference is follow through, right? We want to not just be dreamers, but we want to be people who, you know, have a vision, have a dream, have a goal, and not only start it, not only get to the middle of it, but finish it, right? But come to
Yep.
fruition, to completion. And just to give like a small point, I really wish somebody had explained this to me um, with with more fervency and more detail, because I didn't understand this going in. You know, you always see like the memes that say chase your dreams and never give up and never quit and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But nobody really explained to me, man, that life is going to punch you square in the face. Okay, life is
What?
going to hit you whether you want to fight or not. It's
Yeah.
almost like the bullying, right? Whether you want
Yeah.
to fight or not, life is going to hit you, man. And you're going to start something and you're going to go through crazy adversity, right? Whether it's a marriage, whether it is a business, whether it's just an event that you're planning. I mean, you
Yeah.
name it, man. Whether it's just your personal finances, whether it's your credit, life is going to come and smack you square in the face. And if you don't know that it's going to do that to everybody, when it happens to you, you panic and you think
Mm-hmm.
like, what's going on, man? And you get derailed, you get
Mm-hmm.
distracted, you get off track, right? But if
Yeah.
you know that this is actually just part of the ingredients to success, when it comes, then you're not so thrown off by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really wish people would have explained to me that in order for you to follow through, you're going to need what my father explained to me just recently a few years ago when I asked him what was the major difference between, you know, you being 34 and having bought, built, and sold 5 franchises, and me, you know, being at the time, you know, 34, and you know, just having like a corporate job. Like the 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 net worth was extremely different. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, but I had a, you know, much better setup. You know, like I
Yeah.
had, you know, college education, middle class upbringing, you know, all this cushy stuff. He, you know, fought through the Mississippi riots, you know, no college education. Big
Yeah.
difference though in the
Yeah.
outcomes, right? I'm like, Dad, you know, what's the difference, man? And he said one word. He said, Reg, man, you guys nowadays just don't have enough grit.
Hmm.
And I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, okay. And so, you know, I was kind of joking when I asked him, but once he finally said it, I was intrigued. And I interviewed my father. I did something I'd never done before. I interviewed him for 2 hours and took extensive notes just on his story and what he meant by not only that, but how he did what he did. And I came up with GRIT being an acronym. So
Mm-hmm.
The G in GRIT, I'll share with you, is guts, man. You got to have flat out guts and courage to face
Uh-huh.
not only your fears, but you got to face your discomfort. Because most of the time, the thing that you want to do
That's good.
least is probably the thing you need to do most.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I
And so
agree.
you got
Y'all
to
write
face
this
that
down.
thing. I'm telling you, man, like, especially us as men, right? Us as
Yeah.
men, if we do something and we're not comfortable with it, we'll be like, oh, man, that's not my thing, man. I ain't really into that. And we'll
Mm.
just ease off into something else, right? Now, you
Yep.
say, oh, are you facing your fears? Oh, yeah, I face my fear. I'm not afraid of nothing. But when you're discomfort, you just, oh, yeah, it's not my thing. I'll shy away from it. But most of the time, that's what you just got to, you got to do the difficult thing until the difficult thing becomes easy,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Very,
That's good.
very rarely is that explained to us, though. Like,
That's good.
you know, because fear, fear is like big boulder in your face, right? Oh, I ain't afraid of nothing. You
Mm-hmm.
puff up, but discomfort, nobody really talk
Mm-hmm.
about that. So maybe you're not comfortable speaking. Okay, you got to
That's
face
good.
that.
You gotta face it.
Let's get on the grind, get in the basement, get in front of a mirror, and start practicing.
That's
Right?
good. That's
Maybe you're
good.
not comfortable with typing. Okay, look up YouTube, get you a program, spend $50, buy the program, learn, and get on your grind and get comfortable until the difficult things become easy.
That's
Right?
good.
You got to have guts to face the thing that's uncomfortable. You got to
Yeah.
have guts to pick up the phone and say, you know what? I know these bill collectors are calling. I know I don't have enough money to pay them right now, but I'm going to pick up the phone and say, hey, look, I don't have the money to pay you right now. I'm going to give you $20. You're going to get repaid, but it's going to be on my terms. You got to have enough guts to start facing the stuff that's uncomfortable to you.
That's good.
Okay?
That's good.
So you got to have guts. I'll give you one more thing. The R in grit is resilience, man.
Yeah.
Resilience. Because what I didn't realize was that the amount of adversity that comes that you're not expecting. When I made the children's book, Oops, I Danced My Diaper Off, spent 2 years, worked with hundreds of people to get this project done. I mean, people from all over the place committed and helped. We had dance crews, choreographers, videographers, photographers. We had business partners. We had investors. We had studios and everything. Everybody was committed to this project. I had no idea we would get this project done for 2 years working on it, get the books made and printed, drive all the way to Atlanta, get to Atlanta, open up the books to, you know, a woman bought 5 books on the spot right away. She bought 5 books. I opened up the book to show her and sign it for her. I opened up the book, Kenston, and the pages fell out of the book. They literally fell on the floor. You talk about devastation. Now, my entire life savings, everything was in here. I was all in. I had never gone all in on anything like this before in my life. I was all in for 2 years, man. Get there at an event. We were at an expo, at an event. Superstars there, all kind of stuff. Open up the books, man, and they had the pages literally fell on the floor. The problem was when the person that made the book, when they bound it, they're usually supposed to glue it and keep it shut until it curates. Well, because mine came with a sing-along disc and DVD, they
Oh.
glued it and then they opened it and put the disc in there, which broke the seal on every book that I bought, right?
Wow.
So all of my books, as I'm selling them, when the little kids are opening them, the pages are falling out. I had no idea that I would need to be resilient
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
was devastated. I was devastated. So I had to
Wow.
come back and, you know, make reparation and then resend out the books and all that stuff. But I was devastated, bro.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
to come back from that, I needed to be resilient.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I wasn't ready to be that resilient. Like, I was just done. Like, this is too
Yeah.
much. This is too much,
Yeah.
man. Like, I don't know what else to do. If you know that going in, though, And I didn't realize it until afterwards, and I had done so much research on billionaires and millionaires and just uberly successful people. They all had to deal with it and be extremely resilient. The people
Yeah.
that made Chicken Soup for the Soul, they got turned down over 120 times.
Yeah.
Can you imagine asking for somebody to publish your book over 120 times, man?
Yeah.
That's amazing resilience. So when
Yeah.
life comes and just tells you no way, your idea is terrible, it's not going to work, you're nothing, you're terrible, and hits you smack in the face, resilience says, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to take a knee, I'm going to take a couple deep breaths, I'm going to get my wits about myself, and I'm coming back after you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to
Gotcha.
have to be resilient if you're going to follow through. If you're going to walk through fire and smell like victory through all the burns, you're going
Yeah.
to have some guts, and you're going to have to be
Yeah.
resilient.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
I'm gonna leave it at
Listen,
that
that's
because it's
good.
too deep
Listen,
in the
listen. All right, listen. I wrote the first two words down. So
story.
guts and resilience. So y'all better take
Yes,
that
sir.
those two, guts and resilience. Man, we are here. We're here to host this event, this men's conference for all of us. It's not just for you. I'm gonna be a little selfish. It's for me too.
Right.
So I just so happen to be the one hosting it. But this is for all of us to get in, to lock in, to come together with other men that are striving to be even better. We're not the perfect man. I'll be the first to say I'm not the perfect father, I'm not the perfect brother or perfect uncle, but I'm striving. You better believe I'm striving, and Reggie's striving to be the best man we can be because listen, our families need us to be.
Yes.
Our communities need us to be. Our churches need us to be. And I'm not gonna make light or of the situation that took place with the police in Westerville, but we need men speaking life into other men around us, so
Yeah.
none of that affects us. Because guess what? If we don't speak life into the men around us, then we could be affected by some of that took place. So we got to think about it. It's not just about us. This conference is not about me. It's about us coming together and being the best man we can be. Because I guarantee every part of what we touch changes. So Reggie, I mean, why should men come to this event?
Well, this is why I really think all men should come to this event. Two reasons. There's two major pitfalls that I see, um, especially men fall into. Really, all people, but especially men fall in. There's the pitfall of the echo, and there's a pitfall of the ego. I'll explain what I mean. So the first pitfall that people fall into is the pitfall of the echo. They fall into the pitfall of the echo from their past. Their past is echoing at them, Kenston, saying, you're not worthy. You're not good enough. You don't have enough education. Remember the last time you tried, you failed.
Mm,
Remember when you made that kid's book and the pages fell out. Remember all this. Remember all that. And it's echoing from the past, right? Oh, remember, your marriage failed. Remember this relationship failed. Remember your kid said they didn't like you. All that stuff is echoing from your past, right? And a huge echo from your past will have you stuck. You will
mm-hmm.
be a literal pitfall. You won't be able to go anywhere because then you'll get discouraged and get distracted off track again, and you just won't move forward. So it's a major pitfall when your past is echoing at you too much, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people have this echo from the past, and then they won't come to a conference like this because they're thinking they're not worthy, and it's going to be these important people there. I shouldn't go. Wrong. No, don't let your echo from the past convince you not to come
Don't
to this conference. You
don't
got
do
to
it.
get out of that pitfall and get to this
Let's
conference.
go.
Okay. You got
Let's
to get to
go.
this conference. Do not let your echo from the past. Don't let your echo from past conferences, if you've gone to a conference where you didn't have a
Yeah.
good time, don't let that echo, that voice, that enemy's voice, keep you from coming to this conference because of that. So that's
That's
one
good.
reason, the echo from the past. The other is the ego. And this is a major pitfall that falls into men especially, because your ego will tell you, I know enough. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I'm the one that should be teaching at the conference. That's what
Mm.
your ego will say, right? That's what your
Yeah.
ego will say. But there was a quote that said, "A man that does not want to learn nobody can help them. But a man that is committed to learning, no
That's
one can
good.
stop him.
That's
Okay,
good.
no one
That's
can
good.
stop him. You got to keep learning, man. Like there's so much
Yeah.
more that you can learn. There's so different perspectives that you can learn. That
Yeah.
just one nugget, just one idea, man, could push you into another level. Just one aha
That's
moment could
good.
change your whole business scheme. Just one aha moment could save your marriage. Just one
Yeah.
aha moment could, cause you to double your income. Just one aha moment. You gotta keep learning, man. You gotta
That's
keep
good.
learning.
That's
And
good.
different people have different perspectives that you never even heard of or seen
Yeah.
before. And somebody
Yeah.
could come, the very thing that's got you kind of sputtering along, somebody could go and just mention one thing and go, oh, you never heard of this site? And you go to
Yeah.
that site and it's one thing you needed that's like, oh, I never knew this even existed before. And
Exactly.
next thing you know, you doubled your income. So don't let your echo from the past or your ego keep you from coming to this conference. You got to stay outside of your echo, outside of your ego.
Yeah.
This conference, man, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you're going to have multiple nuggets that you can take that are memorable and actionable that are going to
Yeah.
take you, your business, your ministry, your organization, your relationships, just to the next level, man. You got to
That's
level
good.
up. You got to level up.
Level
You
up.
can't stay the same place you were last year. You got to level up as a
Listen.
man and be a point man. You got to level up.
Man, I appreciate that, Reggie. And man, like I said, if you feel that the Eagles in a way that you didn't made it to the perfect man, we still want you there because you may have some wisdom to share with us. Listen, we are all striving, so come on, you know. But as far as I'm concerned, the men that we want there is the men that are striving to become even better.
Absolutely.
There's no
That should be
egos.
everybody.
There's no egos on in any of our speakers, and it's only the good pride, not the bad pride. It's the good pride. We all have stories. We all have gone through things in life, terrible things, but we are determined, resilient, that we are going to have a even better life for the sake of everybody who's around us. So I will drop the link to the Eventbrite down once this is over with. But let's lock in. Let's come together. Let's grow. Let's thrive. Let's do all we can do to be at our best. All right, because again, it's only going to make our homes better, our communities better, our churches better, our jobs better, our businesses better. It's only going to be better when we as men step it up, level up.
Hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
listen, I'm not gonna take any more of your time, my brother. I appreciate you. I'm thankful that you are a part of this event, and I already know it's gonna be awesome. And we just trying to get as many men locked in because they're locking in already. So it's crazy because we got men from out of the city that are locking in, and so I'm trying. Listen, I'm trying to keep it all in the city, but it's expanding outside of the city of Columbus. So Central Ohio, please lock in before all the tickets is gone. That's all I'm going to say, because we got to do our part here, in our great city, and it's going to impact the world. So we might as well do it. So, but all right, man. Well, you have an awesome week. And everybody else, y'all have an awesome week, and we gonna make it happen this week.
Absolutely, it's gonna be good, man. I know somebody said you can't change your life overnight, but you can certainly change your trajectory. And I think this is the type of conference that
Exactly.
could change the trajectory, man, in the right direction.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. All right, man. Well, you enjoy the rest of your evening,
All
and I'll
right,
talk to
brother.
you soon.
All
Take
right,
care,
y'all have a
man.
good one.